Welcome back to another edition of the Optimized Weekly Market Recap. I'm David Ferreira, Portfolio Manager with Optimized Wealth Management. And as always for today's recap, we'll take a look at last week's activity in markets, as well as what we're watching for in the week ahead. Major US indices rebounded on the back of Wednesday's Fed meeting and ended the week in the green. The Nasdaq was the best performing North American equity index, up 1.43%. The Dow was up 1.14% and the S&P was up 55 basis points. In Canada, the TSX finished roughly flat, down 10 basis points, as the drop in oil prices weighed on the energy-heavy index. Looking at sector performance, utilities and real estate were the strongest performers, while energy and financials were the weakest. And taking a look at the events from this past week, all eyes were on the US Federal Reserve, who held policy rates unchanged this week. Markets responded favorably to the central bank's comments, indicating that rate cuts, while delayed, were still on the horizon. Adding to the case for rate cuts later in the year, US employment data released in the weeks found that the jobs openings to unemployment ratio fell to 1.3, marking the lowest level since 2021 and showing signs of equilibrium in the labor market. The Canadian real GDP report showed the economy expanded by 0.2%, largely driven by growth in the service sector. And earnings continued as well, with Apple beating expectations, as well as announcing plans to buy back $110 billion worth of shares. Amazon delivering strong top and bottom line growth, notably with a spike from Amazon Web Services. Both really pushed investor sentiment much higher last week. Now, looking at the week ahead, the US Consumer Sentiment Report is set to be released later in the week, with markets watching key drivers of recent growth in the US GDP. Canadian employment data is due on Friday, providing an important look into the labor markets and providing a key data point for the Bank of Canada policy rate decision. Earnings season continues, with Manulife and Power Corp among those reporting in Canada, and American Express and Disney both reporting stateside. Certainly an eventful start to May, with more to come in the week ahead. As always, thank you for watching and see you soon.